stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. Still going inside the 20. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. 65 yards. This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's a run. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7. From a little further back, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on third and goal? That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First play, and May goes to the air. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On second down, it's May. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Motion man is Hyatt. On 3rd and 2, it's May. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now. Go.
He'll drop to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's May. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Titans will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Baltimore.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Open man is Davis. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Come on, set.
Now, faking the give. No chance at all. He'll go down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Set. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. To throw on first down is May. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Throwing on second down, May. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
May to the air once more. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football at their own 23.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
We are through 1. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion, Reed. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's May. He's going to tuck it and go. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up. There's nowhere to go with the ball. And next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Here's Michael Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
19 Tiger.
Man in motion, heading left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw left side. Going to be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready up.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Get up.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Byron Murphy there on the stop. Third down, 3 to go.
Set it. Buffalo 18. Come 19. Go.
They'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing now is May. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Not much to work with there. He'll get down to about the 22. Here's a 2nd and 9.
60 Bobcat, 60 Cougar 19.
They put a receiver in motion to the left.
Take go.
He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and
that is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Ravens. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From out of the gun, here's Mad. The open man is Reed. He's got it. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. In motion, Reed. Made out on 1st and 10. He has Hyatt complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go, set.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Now, May. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start. And And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! First and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
In motion, Reed. On the give, it's Johnson. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
May to throw on 2nd down. That one knocked away and incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
3rd and long. Motion man is Hyatt. On 3rd and long, here's May. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled...
He gets free inside the 25. And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's gonna end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. In motion, Reed. On 2nd down, it's May. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
To throw on 1st down is May. Quick throw, taken in. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Let's go now.
May to throw again. Throwing right, it's taken in. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Here's May again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. May to the air once more. To the goal line and in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Tennessee. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's a run going left. And he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
In motion, Reed.
79 Broncos. Go.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a 1st down at the 44-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. So back. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Motion man is Hyatt. Throwing on 2nd down, May. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On this 1st down, it's Johnson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Here's May. He's got it at about the 8. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, here's May. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Drake May. Touchdown Titans. Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Slot receiver, headed right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Raven first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Ravens. And with that, NFL history, that's the record. 7 touchdowns in one game. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Motion man is Hyatt. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. To throw is May. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. In motion, Reed. third and short. And here is May. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up a first down.
May now on 1st and 10. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
In motion, Reed. Now, May. There's that man again. Another catch. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw again is May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They're going. It's May. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
To the ground, a 1st down run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. So it's a win here for the Ravens.